Good evening, everybody. It's Sunday evening. This is for you, Gary. Now, Gary is really helping me a lot. He's getting signatures. And for you other people who want to get signatures, you may want to consider what he's doing. He wants me to redo several of my videos so he can put them together. This I'm going to call Economics 103. We had 101 about economics. No, 102, what's missing. 103, what is and how we're going to fix it. Understand economics is basically a triangle. You have the natural resources, you have manufacturing, and you have consumption, or the consumers. What that does is it gives you the constant circulation of your money. Our country right now is in a very weak economic situation. What we have in our economic situation is we have the consumption. The people are constantly, or we the American people are buying. But where's that money going? Is it going back into our society? No, it's leaving our country. When you're in a situation like that, you don't have a great thriving economy. You have a collapsing economy. An economy where it's leaving the country, the great wealth, or whatever you want to call it, that we have built over the centuries in the United States, is departing. It is going where everything else is going, overseas. So what can I do? Nothing. What can we do? That's us together. One, we're going to have to start learning to utilize our natural resources. I understand this Greenpeace movement and all that wanting to save the planet. But we're saving the planet at the cost of the planet. We have to start developing our natural resources to their fullest. That means drill, drill, drill. That means get that oil out of the ground. Yes, we're going to get off oil, and there's ways to do it, and we'll talk about that in energy. But right now, we need to get this oil out of the ground. This oil belongs to you, the American people. The profit from that oil needs to go back into our economy. Not our Congress. No. Not our government. Our economy. How? Via Social Security. When we open up these new wells, which will be 5-7 years from now, when we need it most for our Social Security, 60% of all the money we make from these wells will go into Social Security. 20% or maybe even 30% go into medical for everybody. We're bringing the natural resources out, and we're getting the money. We're actually making big oil pay for benefits for the American people, or actually the people who are buying our natural resources. We need to bring making of basic manufactured goods back into this country. We could start using hydrogen instead of coals and gases for smelting. Taking the ore, smelting it, using hydrogen. Instead of giving off all these gases from burning coal and burning methane, we will be giving off water. That will cut the pollutions down in half. But this is where our employment force has to get together with the manufacturer. We need to make it cost effective. No more $100 an hour jobs, people. That's out the window. Real, reasonable wages. Also, these $100,000 million CEOs, I'm sorry, we can't afford them in this country. So now we have to get the natural resources out of the ground. Also, once we have the natural resources out of the ground, we have to bring manufacturing, a very important leg into our economy system, back into the United States. We need to have manufacturing. I have several plans on how to do that. I will not mention it over the internet at this time. But we need jobs, jobs, jobs. For example, if a senator or congressman has a pet peeve object or an earmark or pork barrel object, and he creates 1,000 jobs, we're going to do it because it makes jobs. We're going to redo every road and highway. You know the thing about all those bridges in this country that need to be redone? How many jobs are that? We're going to give jobs to people. Manufacturing. We're going to be very specific in our government who assembles and manufactures the things we use. Grumman's, if you want to get that super tanker and I become president, Airbus will not be building the plane. That's it. Plain and simple. You better look at another. You got Lockheed there. Grumman Lockheed. No more buying overseas and thinking that counts. No, it doesn't. Manufacturing. We need to bring manufacturing back into the United States. This will make it so that we now have two legs of our economy. And then consumption, well, yes, we have the consumption. But the way our economy will grow is our consumption. We also have to have overseas consumption. If we just circle, in other words, we take our raw materials, develop them, go into manufacturing, make things, and buy them ourselves, our economy is solid, but it doesn't grow. It grows when the rest of the world buys our products. Right now, we're buying the rest of the world products. So we have the weak economy. We have the collapsing economy. But once we start manufacturing in the United States, that will mean jobs for everybody. And these are going to be my utmost priority. Putting jobs into the American hands. Understand, the American worker is a worker. He is not a person who sits there and thinks, oh, this, that. He likes to work with his hands. He is not dumb. He is very intelligent. He's ingenious. But he is a worker. And he wants to work. So we need to get them strong and powerful jobs. So, what do we need to do? We need to look into ourselves. And we need to develop our natural resources to the fullest of their ability. We need to bring manufacturing strongly into this country. Yes, once I become president-elect, the governors, the union leaders, and I will meet. And we will figure out a way to get manufacturing into each and every state and territory. And the product we're going to make is going to be so well that the rest of the world will want it, as well as the American people. And it will be done cost effectively. And of course the consumer part, I'll leave that up to you all. You got it. But we need the rest of the world to also buy our product. So our economy then grows instead of what we have today, where it shrinks. Our Wall Street is about ready for a major collapse. The other countries in the world, once they stop putting their money into our country, it will collapse. So, we need to start building up our country and make it strong. We need to bring jobs back into our country. We need to bring manufacturing back into our country. We need to develop all our natural resources. Notice I didn't say use, I said develop. And that is the key word. Have a nice day. This is JD for President. Thank you.